recording.
Okay.
And you are good to go.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. My name is Swati Gopal, the CIE advisor. If you remember me from Monday, I gave you guys a little presentation about why boot camps are necessary and internships. So today I wanted to bring to your attention a current opportunity that we have. It's for a paid internship from the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, can you guys see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what Wall Street Journal is bringing to us is a program called the Journo Tech Program. Basically, if you're selected into their cohort, it's a month-long training in September, and then a paid 10-week project with opportunities to learn and land possibly a Wall Street Journal internship, which can in turn obviously turn into a full-time position. So they're looking for people who have experience in Python, SQL. I'm sorry?
Michael actually spoke to the Yankees athletic trainers prior to today's game, and they said they had N95s available.
It seems that they were not muted. I just muted them. You can continue. Sorry. Okay, you can unmute yourself and continue.
Okay, all right, so I'm just going to continue. So the Wall Street Journal is looking for students who have experience with Python, SQL, an interest in computational journalism, machine learning, or natural language programming. So again, this is a great opportunity. You guys are in camp to get internships and jobs. So this is a current opportunity that we have. Wall Street Journal is a big brand. I know you guys may think it's related to the Wall Street Journal, but believe it or not, banks and a lot of financial institutions have ongoing hiring for software engineers. So this is something that might be right up your alley. They're having a virtual info session on Friday, June 23rd from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you register. I'm going to send this out to the class later on. It's a bit.ly link that you register. And again, it's a virtual info session. So please apply. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to drop my email into the chat again, just in case. And if anyone has any questions, please let me know.
So there are some questions in the chat right now.
Okay, I'm seeing it right now, actually. I have some experience with SQL, not Python. Is it possible to apply? Yes, absolutely. You don't have to meet all of the criteria. I mean, just with any job posting in general, if you have some of the skills, just go for it. Always apply. I hope that answered the question. Okay, great.
Ayani has another question.
Okay, sure.
Well, this, like, let's say you're not, sorry about the background. Let's say you register, but let's say you're not able to attend the meeting due to outside circumstances. Is it going to be recorded?
I'm not sure if it's going to be recorded. It's an info session. It's virtual, so it's only an hour. If you can definitely attend it, it's to your benefit because they'll have a name associated with your face or something. So you'll be in their kind of like head. So it's always beneficial to try to really show up to these types of things. But you can always apply though. I mean, it's a program and they're taking applications. So it's beneficial if you show up to the info session, but definitely you can always apply. If that answered your question.
Okay, yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions? It's not just Python. It's a bunch of it's actually Python, SQL, and just any interest in computational journalism, machine language, or natural language programming. Again, you don't need to have every qualification that they list on there. Will they teach us if we don't know them? I'm not sure. I don't have the answer to that right now, but I can definitely find out for you during the info session. I hope that answered your question. Carrie, is it? Yep, you're welcome. Any other questions, comments?
I would like to comment that if you're really interested and if you apply and get accepted, you can always do some YouTube courses or some crash courses on Python.
Are they giving us an interview to let us in, or everyone can get in? So they're holding a virtual info session. So they're going to be giving you information about their program. It's not an interview just yet. They're basically telling you what the program is about and what's required, if that answers your question. Is it Q, Polly? Did that answer your question, or? Okay, you're welcome. All right, let's see.
I believe Max joined the meeting.
Oh, yes, Max is the industry specialist from CIE. We work together. So just to reiterate what I said last time at the beginning of the week, I'm the CIE advisor. I'm here to help you guys land jobs and internships. Max is my partner. He's the CIE industry specialist. So he brings in industry connections, meaning company interests. So Max, go ahead and introduce yourself. I think he's having problems logging in.
I think
he's having issues logging on for some reason right now. That's fine. If he doesn't get a chance to introduce himself today, I'm sure we'll be popping up again sometime again in the near future. But definitely please make sure you guys register for the event. It's a virtual event. You can do it from the comfort of your home, and it's on Friday, June 23rd from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's only for your benefit. I know we're all here to get jobs and get paid, so let's make it happen. All right, any other questions, comments, concerns? All right. Yunilda, thank you so much for letting us speak. I also dropped into the chat the PDF. I'll send it out to the boot camp as well.
Thank you so much for taking your time to come and share this information with the students. I hope many students register for this great opportunity to learn more about the opportunity itself. And yes, thank you so much again for everything.
All right, thank you so much for having me, guys, and thank you for your time and good luck. And everyone, please make sure you register. All right, good luck and have a good night, everyone. Take care.
Good night. Have a nice day, Swati.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. All right, guys. Today, we're going to continue with JavaScript as in the agenda. So first of all, I would like you to take some time and modify the CSS of the calculator that you built yesterday, and to finish up adding more operations to the calculator. Okay, so I would like to give you some time, and then I would like you to showcase your calculator. Okay, so give yourself at least 10 minutes to work on your calculator, and please add more operations apart from the Nice. Okay, so Carrie, you managed to create the operators and the clear button. Nice. Awesome. And Christopher, you also managed to create a clear button as well. Would you like what about the customization, the styling? Did you guys do anything to the styling? Okay, so I'm going to give you a few more minutes, maybe 10 minutes to work on the calculator. Then I will make some changes to the calculator, and then we can continue with more JavaScript. Okay. Let me go ahead and mute myself while you guys do better with your calculator. Yes, you can always override the bootstrap style. Just make sure that your styling is below the bootstrap. Like if the bootstrap link to the CSS is in the top, you put your bootstrap link in the bottom, like below in the order. Okay. Let me open Visual Studio. You can also do it inline as well. Yep. I'm going to Mamadou, I'm asking you to everyone, I am asking you to work more in the calculator by adding more numbers, adding more operations, and so on. Okay. What is the question, Mamadou?
Oh, you start now? Sorry, I came late.
Yes. Yes, so now please work on your calculator, 10 minutes for working on your calculator. Then I check in and you guys are going to show me your final products for now. And then I will work on doing some styling and then we continue working with JavaScript, okay? Add
Okay.
more buttons or like add more buttons, not only 1, 2, 3, and not only the solve. Maybe you want to do one for multiplication. Maybe you want to have numbers from 1 through 9, 0 to 9, and so on. Okay, I mute myself. Please work on it. You have 10 minutes. For those of you who came just now, you have 10 minutes to work more on your calculator, add more numbers, and so on. Okay? Add more number, customize a little bit, add more operators. 10 minutes. Does anyone will want to showcase their calculators? I'm going to make it so you guys can share.
Yeah. Can I do?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead and showcase. Okay. Okay, can you test it? Nice. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now I can someone else would like to share their their calculators at the beginning. Anybody else would like to share?
Yeah, I can share mine.
Okay, go ahead.
This one. You see it?
Looking nice.
Right here, divided by 2. And I can also clear it.
Good.
I have
Awesome. Awesome. Now let's go and see someone else. Anybody else would like to showcase their calculator?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
Here is my calculator. So we got 1 plus 4, but I did not put a clear button.
Okay,
So
and
I'm
I'll
just-
list okay,
yeah, I think division two.
sorry, 1 second. All right, so let's add more things. Like let's add a header to that page. Let's do some things different. Okay,
Okay.
let's go. So on the top, I'm going to add something for the header. A header. And in here, we're just going to have for now a H1. And you can call it my calculator or something that you want to put in there. And for now, just we can have it so the header is all center. So we go to our calculator. Oh, we don't have any style for the calculator. Let's add this for now. Link. Rel. Style sheet. And then href. Styles. Just have it separate means it looks cleaner. So in here for the header, we are going to set align text align, and we are going to make it to align to the center. We are going to make a background color, different background color. Right now, I don't have any color that I want to use right now. I'm going to make it dark green. And I will have something that says my calculator in there. And it's in here, it says black because I have the body background black in the style.css. Okay. So now what I want to do is to have another div for my calculator inside, and this div is going to have the class calculator. So I'm going to go inside here, and inside here I'm going to have a div, and this div is going to have a class. 1 second, class, and this is going to be named calculator. Okay, and now I'm going to put everything that belongs to my calculator inside the div that says calculator. Let me just make sure it's aligned with this. Second, putting this a little bit in there to make it cleaner. Okay. And what I want to do is that I do want to have some patterns. Okay. And so I go to the style CSS and I go to the dot and I put in there calculator. That's the class that I'm using, calculator. And I want to have patterns and margins as well. So I'm going to do what is, let's say, I'm going to set a width for this. So I'm going to set a minimum width to be, and the calculator will be of width, let's say 400 pixels for now. Let me make the background of the calculator to be maybe something like Azure. And let me reload this. Maybe 500 is not what I look for, 500 pixels. Maybe something like less than that. Okay. But I want to have margins. And I'm going to have in the margin, I'm going to use zero author. Also, I want to take care of the screen. I want the screen to display in blue. Also, I want to have paddings. So I'm going to have paddings. Padding, I want to have like a 20% of padding. And I also want to have a minimum height. But for now, I'm not going to set the height. Just when I feel like how big I want the calculator, then I will set the height, okay? So here I have some paddings. Now I want to make my screen look bigger. And I also want to make my screen to be in a different color, maybe, and also to have a border. That would be great. Yeah.
How do you link the CSS?
To link the CSS, you do link and then rel, and then href is where you put the address of your CSS, the styles
You don't do
CSS.
dot, dot, because I put it in the CSS folder.
Yeah, then you do data. Yeah. So a screen is an ID, I believe, yes. So if I want to change the color of a screen, of the background color of a screen, I just do background color. And now you select the color that you want this to look like for the screen. If you want to have border, you can set the border color and as well the size of the border as well. I'm going to have a border color right now. And also, I don't want it to be specifically a square. I want it to have a little bit of shaping in the side. So first of all, the border color. I want the border color to be any color that you guys want to. And the border size to be just a little bit of like 0.1. And I want to have a little bit of margin in all of the up, down, all top, down, left and right. So I'm going to have a little bit of margin for 5%. And now semicolon. Below. I want to make the border a little bit bigger and yeah. I want to make the height of the screen bigger. I'm going to make this something. 1 second. The width, I will make it a little bit smaller. 400. Padding a little bit smaller. 10%. Margin. I was margin bottom. 5%. And then I want to make a little bit bigger and so then what color did I set for this? Okay. One percent, 1 pixel. Let's try the 1 pixel to make it. No. I want to do this border width and 3 pixels. Let's see how it's looking like. And yeah, it's looking much better. Okay, I'm going to make the height of this a little bit bigger. I'm also going to make this a little bit smaller. Minimum width 200 and minimum width for the screen 100%, which is the container size. And apart from the paddings, because there's a padding in between. And now let's take a look at the buttons in there. Maybe the buttons, we want to change the color for the buttons. And also maybe the colors of the letters and the font size, maybe a little bit width, the width a little bit bigger. So, and here color is going to be maybe blue. And the font weight to be bold. Now if I do this below, I can see the number 1 much better. Now these buttons, different ways that we can do these buttons and put different colors for it. One of them could be making it, you can either give your own, you can either give your own colors that you want to put in there. Like for example, you can have in here bottom and you can set the background color and make it if you want to. If you want, you can make it any color that you want. So many colors is not good when you are dealing with things. But if you want to, you can do is you can use the bootstrap for the color in here. So if we go to calculator, there are different colors. Okay. So if we put in here class and then primary, that's this in here. Let me go ahead and show you not this my primary color. Give me 1 second. Let me go to bootstrap and show you all the colors that are there available for you, and also nice for it. Give me 1 second. Bootstrap color buttons. Okay. You can put bottom and then you can put primary if you want this this color, secondary if you want this color, this one, this color in here, or this one, this color. So if you put bottom, it's gonna give a nice, beautiful way to do it. There are also some outlines colors and so on, right? So let me go ahead and select one of those bootstraps so you guys can also use some bootstrap colors in there. And therefore I just have to change, let's say I select the light for this or the dark. Maybe the dark looks cooler, it's up to you. But I'm going to use the dark in here. Instead of primary, just put primary button, but for all of them. But I just want to show you first for one of them. So you can see in here the bottom. Maybe this color is not that good looking. Let me try the info one, which is already selected for them. So info. And then to add this class to all of your bottoms. And all of the buttons in there. And they will be using the color that you want. Like that. One more thing is that you can so if I go ahead and do this 2 3 4 5 plus 3, then this if you want to do a clear bottom, would you like to tell me how can you do a clear bottom? Or do you want me to guide you through? First, I'm going to separate this from the top. So I'm going to go to the stylus and then the calculator. I want to separate it from there. Okay. To make it look prettier. Do you mean for which one? The colors of the buttons? Do you want me to change it to where? 1 second, 0. And I actually get rid of this one for now. I'm going to do margin top 5%. What's that? 5 pixels. Okay, great. You see? Very nice. So this is Caris, and he showed how he created his clear button for it. Let's do it. But first, let me do some changes in here. Margin button. Zero. And then margin left, auto, and margin right, auto. Maybe more than 5%. Maybe 5% is better. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and do the clear button. Okay. Oh yes, you can do that. So let's do it. Let's add one for clear button function clear. Let's take away this part of it now. We don't need to use the return because you're not using any returning value in there. Because it's expecting the return because of how the semicolon. Okay, so let's do this. Grab this screen and then the screen that value and then empty, and then semicolon, right? So if you go ahead and have a button, copy this, paste. If you go ahead and have a button that is for clear, so clear, you can just call the function clear. And so right now, you can just clear. Let me just go ahead and do this 1 second. And I see inspect console. Did I click on it? Did I name it clear? Let me return something. No, 1 second. Let me do a console log. This was clicked just to make sure that I am clicking on this clear. Clear was clicked. Save. And so it doesn't seem that I am calling this method. Yeah. So I'm changing this and I'm going to go ahead and change it there. And below. Okay, there you go. All right. So you guys are welcome to do this however you guys want to do it. But if you guys want to add an addition, a subtraction, so on, you guys go ahead and do it. Now I want you to try to figure out how to do a BMI calculator. Okay? BMI calculator. BMI calculator. There is a formula for the BMI. This is body mass index. So the next project to do now, I am doing it this way. I'm not going to give you more because you are to do the changes on your own for your own exploration. Okay. Oops. I want you now to start and grab a new file and let's start by creating a BMI calculator. Okay.
Professor, can you give me a minute on that code, please?
Yes. 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 Here is the HTML. Let me know when you want to see the JavaScript and the CSS.
Sorry, I was the JavaScript one.
Okay. This one.
Okay, like you don't need, we don't need to log on the click, right?
No, you don't need to. I just wanted to make sure that I was
Yeah.
having something because I was not seeing any differences.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Any other questions? Now my task for you is to do. Yes, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. On my Safari, the update doesn't work because I was trying to update the code, but it didn't work. Could you just give me a second after you finish? Give me the lessons to the people.
Can you tell me again? What was your question?
The update, it doesn't show on Safari at all, and I don't know what's the problem with it.
Okay. Let me stop the recording so we can debug together, but then you have to work on your BMI calculator, okay? Continue the recording. Right. So you're
Can you
muted
see
right
my?
now. Okay.
One second.
Yeah, I can see your
Over here. Can you see my screen?
iPad.
So the problem is that my calculator is showing like this. It's not showing the background that you just did. It's showing the numbers, but not the background. Okay. So that I don't know what's the problem with it because I did a calculator over here on the CSS.
Where is your calculator.html?
Is over here.
Can you go to the top, please?
Yeah, over here, yes.
To the top in the head.
Yeah.
Do you have your CSS in a separate folder? That's why. You have it outside, so you do have to do the dot and then /. So do in the href, when you start writing the href in line 8.
Href,
No,
before it?
href inside the quotation
Oh.
marks.
Okay, okay,
inside the quotation marks.
yes,
No, after no, before.
okay, over here.
You're going to put that /.
Like this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Okay. Yes. Save it.
Yes. Now, let me go to just
Go
save it.
to the thing. Go below. It seems that I don't know where your files are, your folders are. Can you tell me, is there a folder outside? Can you show me the entire folder somewhere? Can you go navigate to personally navigate to those folders and show me your folders? Not in there.
Okay, 1 second. Is they in the full stack
Okay,
folder over here?
click in there.
Yeah, those
And
three.
then where is the calculator?
Calculate, I think is inside here.
Click on there.
Calculator.
It's that there's so many. There are so many. You will have to do that forward slash that / How many directories? Why don't you just take it out? And because
Should I
there are
take this
so
out?
many things. Yes,
Should I put it here outside first and after put it again?
yes, please.
Should I put it here or?
There, put it here. Inside this. Yeah. And
Yeah,
now
should I-
go back.
Okay.
Go back to your editor in Visual Studio.
Yeah,
Close the
said-
call.
but why in the
You have just
calculator?
the JavaScript, but where is your calcul? Your calcul HTML, that's what you need. The calcul HTML.
Yeah,
It
it's
should
over
be
here.
outside. Can you put it outside? Can you drag it here? Drag it outside of these folders.
The calculator.
Go back to the folders that you had.
Yes, over here.
You only took away the JavaScript, but you didn't took away the
okay.
HTML. That one, move it outside, put it back. Because you have three, and then you will have to do -- / / what?
Okay.
I don't want to do that one. Go back to that one and put instead of putting that / just remove that / and put just stylus. Take away that one. Yeah. Press save.
Just to save everything. So now I can. Should I?
No,
just-
that's not where it is. Open it from here.
Should I
Double
put it
click on
from here?
calcul. Close that and
Okay.
double click on calcul as the HTML in here in this folder. Double
Okay.
click on it. Just double click on it.
Open with? Should I open in the Safari?
You can just open with anything, yeah. Right click on it. This is Safari. What you save in there, I think go back to your Visual Studio. Close all of them, please, on here. Close them. Because
Should I close it here?
you resaved them again. Yes. Close
Over here?
that, please. Close it.
Over here, right?
Close. All the calculator related stuff. Close it. Close it. Now go to the folder and go to this one and here. Double click on there and remove the dot from there, the dot / from there.
Okay.
And the / so you can remove it. Save. Now you can go to the folder that you have in there and open it. Double click in there. You can just double click, you know? You don't have to do that. The styles is a stylus. Okay, you also have a typo in there. You put stylus.css with double E. Go back to this thing in here on your Visual Studio.
On the
Visual Studio. Go to Visual Studio again. You go to the calcul.html. You put a stylus with double S because you have your file with double S. Yes.
so it's like
Save.
this, right?
Yeah. Save. Now go. Now open that.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, miss. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Damn.
Okay, close that, please. And close the sharing screen, and let's go back to this in here. All right, so you guys are going to be working on a BMI calculator. BMI calculator. The BMI calculator has the following formula. This is the formula. Weight divided by height square times 700 and something. 702. Okay. So guys, do this one. I'll give you 20 minutes to build your BMI calculator. Are you guys okay? You guys are going to be using a different HTML file, and you guys can use separate JavaScript, separate HTML, okay? Right, so I set the timer for 20 minutes is okay, or should I put it less? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, okay, 20 minutes, there we go. Okay, Google, set timer for 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, I will check.
Starting now.
All right, would you like to share with me your BMI calculators? So Carrie, would you like to share with me your BMI calculator? Okay. What about, yes. And also Miguel? So let's wait if you guys can share with me the BMI calculators that you guys built. Okay, let me see the calculation. Okay, thank you. Let me see your JavaScript function. Okay, thank you. Now, Gonzalez, would you like to share with me your BMI calculation? Calculator, yes. No problem, just show it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Show me your JavaScript. Okay, thank you. All right, we move on. Let's talk about the equals operator and the difference between double equals and triple equals. Okay, I'm just going to show you right here, not going to write it in the code, just so you guys understand how about this. Let me go back in here and just go in here and in the console. So let's say, for example, if I want to check if 3 into quotation marks is equals to 3 in it. You see,
Without anything.
yeah, thank you. I need to share my screen. So in here, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm in the console, right? So if I want to check if the string 3 is equals to 3, and I don't care of the data type, then I can use the double equals. However, if I care about the data types, I then use triple equals, okay? Understood? There is a difference between double equals to compare and triple equals to compare. Okay? Do you guys understand now the difference?
Can you repeat?
Yes. So basically, if I have in here this false in here, and I want to check if false is the same as 0, and here it's a 0 and it's equal to false, which is true, right? When you think of 0 in a logical way, where 0 means false and 1 means true, okay? But if you want to strictly check if they're equal by also checking that they are the same data type, you use the triple equals. Understood? Understood, guys? Good. Now, can someone tell me how to create a list in JavaScript? Just a regular array. Can someone tell me how to create an array in JavaScript? Yes, the square brackets. Yes, you have been reading. You have been doing your reading. So we are going to do, let's say, for example, bar colors. And in there we can have an array of, let's say, for example, in there, blue, purple, red. Now, if I do this, colors, and I want to access the element that has the value of red, which number, how do I access it? Anybody?
Is the index 2, right?
Index 2. How do I do it? So I put colors and then open the square brackets and put 2.
Oh.
And that is going to be red,
Red.
right? So now you know how to access an array, how to create an array, right? What about creating objects? Now, I'm not talking about the regular object that you know about. I'm not talking about the regular objects that you know. Before that, let's go and talk about operators, comparison operators. Okay. So comparisons operators, just the same as Java. You have greater than, you have less than. For example, let me have in here a variable. Okay. By, and let's say, for example, 6 greater than 7. Is this going to be the value inside by? It's going to be true or false? True or
False.
false, right? Because if I do this by, because why? Because 6 is not greater than 7, right? And there I have used one of those operators. For logical operators, we have the same operators that you know. For the logical operators, we have and, we have this thing in here. 1 second, my thing is not working. Okay, this thing in there. And this as well. We also have that. Okay.
Or not.
You guys, yes, and not, right? Do you remember what this is for?
And
Yes, and if I do have true and false, what do I get?
false.
Correct. Right? Any questions so far? It's very similar to the languages that you have used before, right? Any questions so far? Okay, no questions, it seems like it. For the operators, we also have the modulus operator in JavaScript. So the modulus operator will get you the remainder, right? The remainder of when you divide one number by another number. So if you divide 5 by 2, if they are integers, what do you get? The remainder of 1, yes. Also, just like in here, let's say, for example, we have also the plus sign as well. So let's say, for example, I have a variable I, and this variable I has the value of 0, okay? If I do I plus plus, okay, what value is going to be in there when I put I? 1, right? Pretty much similar, right? To Java, if you already have Java, but it's not exactly the same, it's different, okay? Let's now create an object, but just like a JSON object, okay? Let's create a JSON object. Anybody else have heard about JSON objects? What can you tell me about JSON objects? You guys, what can you tell me about JSON objects? What do you see in JSON objects?
Like when you open a curly bracket.
Oh, yes, you have to have curly brackets, yes. And yes, Christopher, you have a key value pairs. Yes, yes.
Inside you have the
Yes, let's create one object, okay? Let's create one object, and I'm going to create it just right here. We're not going to save it in there. We'll save it later if we need to do it, okay? Let's create one object. Let's say this object is called hotel, okay? And if I want to create the object, right, I have to use curly brackets, right? Right.
yes.
And then let's say, for example, the name of this hotel is going to be, give me a name for the hotel.
Atlantic.
Atlantic, okay, Atlantic. Put a comma in there. And oh, I close it because of this one. Let me do it again, okay? I'm going to create this bar. Hotel. I don't just want to have a name in there because why would I have an object that just has one attribute in there? One. So name, Atlantic, Pacific. That's funny because I already have Atlantic. Okay. How many rooms do you want to have? So rooms.
3.
Give me more. It's in on hotel. Give me more.
10.
10. Oh, someone in the chat put 500. No, 500. But okay, let's leave it with 10 for now. Later you can do it on your own, but putting 500 in there. Then the numbers of booked. I meant to say this. I need to put the column, okay? I'm not dealing with I'm dealing with columns. I'm dealing with a JSON object in here.
Does this have to
8.
be in the console?
Oh, I'm doing it in the console to give you examples. If you want, you can do it in your JavaScript file to keep a track of it, okay? What else? How many booked out of the 10 rooms? How many
8.
books are there? 8. Oh my goodness, only 8. Okay. And does it have a gym? So let's do gym. Does it have a gym? True or false? Yes or no? True or false?
True.
True. Okay, it has a gym. You see, I wish I could stay in a hotel, but the hotel needs to be clean, you know. You know that I booked a flight for this weekend to go to San Salvador. Okay, so let's do it here room types. Oh, we can also have the pool. Okay, it has a pool, and we put in here true or false. False for pool. Okay, false. And for room types, we're going to have a list of the type of rooms that you can have. You have twin. Oh yes, suite. Double. Like someone knows about this, that they say suite, presidential. Someone has been traveling in here. Okay. Presidential. They're like they're like doing the fancy stuff. Okay. All right. And then check availabilities. Okay. Check. availability, check, availability. And here we're going to have one function in here. I'm going to show you how to create a Lambda function now. Availability. Availability. And this is going to have a function. I'm going to do an unsigned function right there because, you know, and then I'm going to do the return. This that rooms minus this that booked. Okay, I'm done with this. Oh, did I finish this? Yeah, semicolon in here. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Oh, the return part of it. 1 second. I need to fix this part. Give me 1 second. Here. I need to put the curly brackets.
Open
inside.
curly bracket, right?
Huh? Sorry?
I say you have open curly bracket there, right? Was it on the?
Oh, I'm missing a curly brackets. 1 second. So I missed the curly brackets in there, which is in here. Sorry. Curly brackets. Give me these curly brackets in here. Open. Oh, where am I? Open here, closing in here. Good. I have my curly brackets ready.
You change the equal, you put minus.
Where?
Behind the curly bracket, you change the equal, you put minus.
Yes, that's how it should be. It's like it's supposed to be like that. I just had a mistake at the beginning. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Expect a
On JavaScript, it says it has to be an equal there.
You put equal, you put the upper thing.
where am I having this part of it? Did I do this? I'll put this. Okay, sorry for that, guys. Oh, JavaScript, and I'm just confusing all these languages in here. Here we go. I'll put this in here. Okay, there you go. Yes, let's go. And there you go. Okay, we have finished reading this. I fixed it, this part of it. We fixed that together. Okay, so now that we have this JSON object, if I put in here hotel, what do I get? I get this object, right? So if I want to put hotel.name, what is that going to give me, guys?
Atlantic?
Yes. If I do then hotel.room, hotel.room, rooms, 10, right? If you want to get the room type of presidential, what do you put? You tell me, guys. Let me open it a little bit bigger. If you want to get room type residential, what do you do? Anybody?
Hotel, the room type,
Okay. Hotel,
the room
that,
type,
room types, and then what else?
that residential. Oh, you open the bracket, you put
Okay.
the three,
And what do I put?
three inside.
Three. There you go. Very well. And now, how do I check if I have available rooms? How many available rooms I have? How do I check that? Anybody?
Hotel, the function,
Hotel? That what?
the function, check
What is the function?
availability, check
Okay,
availability.
check. Yes. And then what? I put parentheses, closing parentheses. What?
Yes.
What do I put?
Yes, closing parents.
Okay.
It's gonna
Right now I'm getting
now.
not a number. What do you think is happening?
I don't have no idea.
Anybody here?
You need to make the subtraction, the rooms minus booked.
So I do have in here this stat room that these stat rooms minus
You don't have booked room because the other one was booked room, right?
so we have booked, right?
Oh,
And we have rooms. So what happened in there that I get not a number?
normally we have two available, right? Because we have 10
Yeah,
and
you're supposed to get 2 in here. So why do you think this happens that I'm getting not a number? Let me do it again so you guys can see something. Okay, let's do it without the lambda, okay? Look at this, okay? You have booked in here, you have booked, you have these tab rooms and booked. This tab booked. You notice that they are both with the right name, right? You have rooms and you have booked. Why is it that you are getting not a number when you have the right calculation? Anybody would like to say anything? No? Let's
You don't have them in the parameter, or you don't have anything in the parameter? Is that the reason? Or
but then you have, this is an object and you can access it by this dot, right? So what else? Oh, here you're saying maybe it's checking it as a string. But this dot room and book, there are numbers in there. So it's not necessary for me to have it's not necessary for me to have any arguments in here. Let me show you. I'm going to do function, just an unnamed function because I don't have any names for it. Okay. I have a function. And I do have the return. And I do the return in there, which is this dot rooms. And then this dot and this dot and here, this dot hotel. Let me put a semicolon at the end. It's not necessary for me to use semicolons. But here we go for this one. If I do this again, check availability, now I get the 2. Okay? Do you see what is happening in here?
Yeah, then why? Because we have the function, even though we have the function like the other way is the same thing, right?
So yeah, it's supposed to give you the same thing in there. But
Did you define hotel? Like, did you create a hotel object?
so there is this already, there was a hotel object already created that we created just like before this line. Do you guys, why don't you guys try to do a different object and test that out, okay? My task for you is to write some objects and grab them. You can use the console for it, or you can use, I would say just use the console for it so you can see it instantly, okay? Use the console and create a few objects. Set some values to it. If I want to know if there are gyms, how do I do it? Hotel what? To check if there are gyms.
Do
Hotel that,
hotel.gym.
yes. All right,
Professor,
yes, yes.
I'm confused. Why is giving you the true because you put function behind there, and the other one is function two. What is the difference? Like, I'm not seeing why you didn't have the right answer on the first one, and that one you have it.
Yes.
Because she had the actual function over there, right?
So basically, they both are functions, okay? They're both, like one is lambda function and the other one is the regular function that you can put.
Yeah, because I know lambda function and the regular function is the same thing. Like then you have the lambda function one is give you none, and this one give you right. It's because maybe on the console or what's going on, like why we getting that error, like, oh, I don't know.
Yes, it might be something related to it might be something related to maybe synchronization.
Okay, can you change again like before? We're gonna see if it's gonna happen again.
Okay, let's check it. Okay, let's do this, but instead we are going to go ahead maybe and do the lambda function. So you do this and then you do this. Okay, so what happened in there? Let's try again. Let's save it and let's do the check availability. I'm still getting that number with this lambda function.
Okay.
It might be something with synchronization.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Synchronization. All right. Let me go ahead and change this back to function. Okay. This there. Can you guys write down in there, create 3 objects and then show me the objects, okay? You have 10 minutes to do that, okay? I mute myself. Create 3 objects, okay? All right, guys. All right, guys. Did you guys create your object using the JSON? Did you guys create your object? If you did, would you like to share with me? You guys finished creating your objects? Hello? Are you guys there? All right. Anyone would like to share? Let's say, share it. One person would like to share some of the objects that you created. Let me mute my birds. 1 second. Right. So go ahead and someone please share with me your objects. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. I see real estate, and what are the other ones? You only have one object, one more object. Okay, sounds good. We are going to now create objects using the constructor. Are you guys ready? Because you learned how to create objects using JSON style. Let's do now creating objects using the constructor syntax. Okay, are you guys ready? So we are going to create an empty object. Okay, bar hotel. Maybe I don't have, so let me think about something different. Bar. No, something different. I will just put hotel for now. Okay. And then we have the assignment operator.
Professor, can I ask?
Yes.
I'm having, like, I create an object, but when I'm calling them, I'm having an error. Like, I don't know.
Do you want me to share? Would you like to share? Oh, house. Thank you. The house is a good one. Oh. Okay, so you have the supermarket. Yeah. So you see equals greater than, so it should be together for the lambda function. Okay, so no spaces between it. So you can just go to the console, click on the console, and the bottom, click on the console where you are typing, where you type, and just press the up button, up more, and then just don't put a space between the greater than or equals. Okay. And yeah. And it seems that you are missing, you have an expected token that you should not have a semicolon in there. 1 second.
She hasn't added function, but she added like an equal and a greater.
Oh, so that's the lambda. She did the lambda style function, the lambda function. But what I don't see is where is it that take away the semicolon from there? From the one after the used, from the one after the curly brackets. Present. All right, now you have one. Okay. So you can do supermarket, like that range or something like that. That range. And press enter, you get the 7 and so on. For the available, I think you should use the regular function. I think that, yeah. You need to put a parenthesis after the end, but I think it's going to just say, so just go up, press the up key, put the no, if you want to do the available, just put the parenthesis at the end because it's a function, and then you will see, okay? All right, I'll go back to my screen, okay? Let's do the house instead of having hotels because I'm not thinking about, I'm not very creative today. So we're going to do bar house, and this is going to be an object. And if I want to create a using the constructor, I can do new object. Okay, and I call new object. Okay, I have created one empty object, and now little by little, I will assign properties. So I can put address. I will just put address, and I can just do so by the way, new object is using the constructor, okay? And I can name the address, I don't know, New York, something. Don't know what to put in here for the address. I can do house that rooms, how many rooms the house has. Let me put 5, you know, because 5, if you want to have many children, you know how it is. Oh yes, okay. Backyard. You want to know if the house has a backyard. Okay. Backyard. It's gonna be true or false. I'm gonna put it what? Yeah, true or false. What do you guys want? True or false for backyard? True. Okay, so let's do the true in there. Okay. So we are assigning. We can also assign one function in there. House. Is it empty? Is it full? I mean, is it rented or not rented or something like that? I'm going to put rented availability. I don't know what name for a function can I put. Is it rented? Is rented? No, actually, I don't have anything to talk about it, about being rented or not. So let's leave it without any functions right now. But because I don't know, by not, I need to know if there are people in there and if it is rented or not. I would just not even use I don't even have to use the create a function for that because I can either say true or false, right? So let's say I have now a house, and house has those objects already that I assigned, okay? And now you know how to get each of them. So you can a house, and you want to get the address of the house, you just put address, and there you go, New York for address, right? So that's how you create an object using the object the constructor. That's using the constructor syntax, okay? And you create an empty, you creating an object, right? An empty object, and then you assigned all the properties that you wanted one by one, okay? You added it, you know, you added a property all the times that you wanted one by one. Cool, right?
Yes, Professor, we can push through, right? Or not? You can push through, right?
Sorry, can you tell me something?
I say if we can push.
Push to the,
Yeah.
yes, we can,
Okay.
you can push. Yes, you can push to the GitHub. Yes. Right now, this is the console from the browser, so nothing is being recorded right now. I'm going to show you this, and then we can write down something in there. You can push the calculator that has been updated to the GitHub, okay, which is going to be good, right? Okay. Ready for the next part? Let's create a function. And let's create an access functions using the constructor notation, okay? So we can actually call, do you remember when you had Java and you call in Java, you call new house, new animal, new whatever you have out there in your mind, you know, to create your own constructors? Do you guys want to see a way to do it right now? Yeah, so we can do it in multiple ways. Let me do a function first. Function. And then I'll call it hotel, which is like going to be working as like a class thingy. And maybe name rooms booked. Okay. I don't have enough space. If I press enter, it's gonna actually get me out. So I'm going to keep it in the same line. Then later we can do it in the editor. Okay. So this that name gets the value of name. Semicolon. This that rooms gets the value of rooms. This that book, semicolon, eh? Semicolon. This that booked gets the value of booked. So if you already are familiar with Java and the way the constructors work, you have no troubles with this one. And then this that check availability, check availability. And I will just set the function in there. Function open curly brackets, return this that rooms minus this that booked. Put the semicolon in there. If I wanted to, okay. I don't need to. I'll put a semicolon here, a semicolon here. And if I wanted to, I can put a semicolon there, but not needed. So I'm done with this. I have a hotel, okay? Oh yeah, thank you. Now let's create multiple values. Give me so I have two people. Two people give me the name for two different hotels. It's going to be your own hotels. So somebody write to me in the chat, or you can tell me a name. Oh, oh my God. Okay, I see you guys have some ideas for this. Okay, Okay, we got 3 names. 3, that's it. No more, no more, no more. Okay, so we have a Trump hotel in here. Okay. And then we do new hotel. Okay. And we put in there the names. For example, we can put in there Trump Tower. And not going to vote for him. Yeah. Rooms is going to be 50. And this book is going to be 40. Okay, good. Semicolon, and there you go. We have Trump Tower. Then we have Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel. New hotel. Give me some okay, Dream is the name. Dream. And some values for it. How many rooms does the Dream Hotel have? Wow, damn man, that's too much. This is like a 100. How many people have booked the books in there? How many rooms are booked already in the hotel? 50? Okay, not so bad. Okay, let's do another one, which was the Marriott. Okay, Marriott Hotel. And do we do new hotel? And the parentheses. And then what is it for Marriott? Okay, it's called Marriott. And you have 200 rooms. And how many booked? How many booked? All of them booked? Oh, 100. Okay, it's not doing that bad, you know, only having half of it. Okay, the one that is pretty much doing okay, but now I already took it. I'm not gonna write it anymore. I already took it, okay? So
Miss, I
now
have a
if you,
question.
yes?
So if you see the Trump hotel, you put it like Trump Tower with one single quotes, and the second one you put it with the double quotes. Is there like a difference between?
It doesn't matter which one I
Oh,
do,
okay.
but both of them are strings, okay? But just make sure that if you have a open double quotation marks, then you have a closing double quotation marks. If you have a single quotation marks opening, then you have to have a closing matching single quotation marks. Understood? Understood?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. So Trump Hotel, and I want to get the name, right? So what will be the name? Trump Tower. And for a Dream Hotel, I want to know how many available rooms are there. So I'm going to check availability. Check availability. Voila. And there are 200 available rooms. You can see because only 50 are booked, right? And so let's go for Marriott Hotel. And we want to check how many booked rooms are there. So I'm going to go ahead and check the booked, and that's 100. And you see, it's cool. You can just create those objects like that. So cool, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Now also you can also do, we can also do something. So for example, let's go and grab this hotel that we just did in this console and bring it to let's call this hotel reservations, okay? Let's call it hotel reservations, okay? We are going to go to here and create our new HTML file. And this HTML file is going to be called hotel information or something like that. Hotel, lowercase, I'm good. Hotel, hotels, okay? I don't have any ideas right now. Remember, and here, I saw people wanting to, if you guys want to, make sure that if you want to use the assets and stuff like that, make sure that they are, right now, what I'm doing is that if you want to use the assets, the CSS, images, JavaScript, make sure they are not having the images inside the CSS, not having the JavaScript inside the CSS either, okay? When it has an M in here, it means that it has been modified. Okay. Let me close this because we don't need it now. We just want to write something about in the hotels. Where is the hotels? HTML. Okay. We start by this. Any questions so far? Am I recording right now? Yeah. Any questions so far? Yes, Johnny, what is your question?
Yeah, I know this may be going back a little bit, but still trying to understand what was the difference between check availability when you did it the first time? Like, I know you explained the reason why it
Yeah.
why it came up as none, and then the second time it came up as two. Like, because I saw it in this when you're creating the hotel objects, you kind of like you had this dot check availability. I guess it wasn't like that for the other one. I don't know if that's the reason why it was showing or I guess non-existent instead of the actual number of rooms that were available in the hotel. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I think it's the scope also of Lambda. Usually, Lambda. So right now, the way that this Lambda function is like working independently, and probably the Lambda functions do not have the access to the value inside inside the properties at the moment that I call it.
Okay, so it doesn't have access to the hotel properties at that moment.
Yes.
But then when you do it a second time, it'll have access
No,
to it.
no. Make sure that the variables are global for you to be able to access it right there, or you making a scope that maybe you have let's say an array, and then the array, like you call data, then you do data that, and then you can do, or you can pass in the data inside the arguments, but it's like it's a little bit independent from it, okay? It's independent from it, and sometimes sometimes since it's independent, you won't be able to have the updated version that is inside the object in there. We can go over it again a little bit. Let me write down this. Focus on using the just function for now, and let's finish up this, and then we can go and talk more about Lambda functions, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay. So, right now, I'm just going to be simple and just put H1 in here and just having a few things like there, like hotels, something. And maybe I can use what is card and have some information from the cards for the specific ones. But before I do that, I would like to have one JavaScript file for hotels that is that's JavaScript, okay? And then I want to do all the things that I was doing in here. I want to do it over there specifically. So I'm going here. Okay? Copy. I just want to copy it because I don't want to type it all by myself again, you know? Where am I? What is it? Let me do this. Where am I in here? Where am I? Where? So later on, I will show you about creating classes and stuff like that. But for now, we're using objects and focusing on objects and so on, okay? You know what? I'm going to have it here. Function, just like here. And then the function underneath. And then make it a little bit and here. Just taking and then put it here. And then put it there. And then there. For matching this. All right. So, okay, so I have this in here, and let's then do something that I can here. So basically in here, it's telling me, why don't you just use classes? Because you can create a class this way. But I'm just going to show you with functions, okay, for now, right? Then I will show you, then when we move on tomorrow, I will show you how to create classes and how to do it like that, okay? Because it makes more sense. It's more Java-like when you create the classes, okay? But let me go ahead and do all these declarations and put it over there. Because we are going to be lazy. Create those objects in here. Cream hotels. And the other object in here. Marriott. Okay. So now that we have this, okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to grab pictures. I'm going to grab images and we're going to create cards. And this is what we are going to do, but very simple, just for the examples in here. In the head, we are going to link the hotels.js. So we are going to do a script. Okay. And in the script, we are going to do the source. And what is the source? Hotels.js. Also, okay, I'm going back to this calculation mode. I'm going to grab the bootstrap because why not, right? So I'm going to grab the bootstrap library and I'm going to show you about cards, okay? Cards. Oh, Martin is asking, does the console automatically detect the... So the console on the browser is for JavaScript. The console is for JavaScript, all right? Network is to check if you the responses of servers. If you get status 200 means that you are doing great. You can also modify the CSS in here, modify code as well, and so on, just to test it right away. And yes, it's so cool. You can test the accessibility, the performance, and so on. You can debug and so on. So right now, all these we are doing it here that we're grabbing this from a server. Then this is the response that we are getting when we are trying to get this library for CSS.js. Okay, we come back. We save this. I want to show you about cards. I hope that answered your question, Martin. That answer your question, Martin?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so let's go ahead to bootstrap and go for cards. So look at this right now. Let's say, for example, we have a card. We have a card, right? And let's say we can set the width, how many cards do we want, and so on. And then we can set the images and so on. And then we can set the different data that we want to set, okay? So what I want to do is that I want to have 3 cards, one for Marriott, one for Dream, and one for Tower. Yeah. Yes, and that's that. I'm not being against anything about this, but it's cool. You know, there are pretty much cool things over there. Nice selections. All right. So let's go ahead. We can even copy this entire code in there and then just modify for it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to copy these 2 things in here and then I will close it. 1 second. And copy,
Professor,
copy.
can you repeat that part?
Which one?
Why you taking that code?
Yes. 1 second. I'm going to put the 3 hotels in 1 car. Each one will have a car. I will select pictures and so on. Okay. Close. I need to close this one, the body. I need to close the card. And then I copy and paste this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Paste, paste, save. And then I'm going to grab some pictures. One for, okay, so this in here is going to be, let's say, age 3. And this is going to be called, this is going to be the name. So before that, I want to also do this because we are going to do it soon. Before I do anything, I will save this and I will have a picture but this picture is not from the JavaScript, so it's okay. This is what we are going to do. What picture are we going to have in here? For the first one, I will get a picture, a random picture from Pexels. All there will be images that will be random pictures for hotels in Pexels. Okay? Hotel. Hotel. Okay, the first one, copy image address and paste it there. Go back, copy another image address for another hotel. Maybe it's this one. This looks good. Copy image address, paste it there. Okay. And another picture for nice something. Maybe this one. Copy image address. Paste it there. Maybe this one actually. No, actually this one. Paste it in the source. So far, so look in here. I'll go to hotels. And I have this 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We haven't said any much of the things. Wait until we put it. Okay. So we have the 3 hotels we have 3 pictures for the hotel. We have 3 cards. Now it's time for us to link at our JavaScript. And we want to say the name of the hotel and we want to say how many rooms available are there. Okay. So are you ready?
Miss, can you go to the code for a second? Because I couldn't see something. Thank you.
Yes, for the HTML. I'll copy in this for you. Copy,
Yeah, just a second here. Thank you.
paste it. So let me give IDs. Maybe
Sure.
I'll give ID number 1, hotel 1, hotel 2, and so on.
I have a quick question. Is should we add ALT or not?
Alt, yes, Alt is the for accessibility.
Yeah,
as
should we
well.
add it?
Yeah, you can
But you
have
haven't.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, do we have it? And here.
Did you put like a width and height for the images?
Not right now. This is just making sure that my card is of this style. It has the width of 18 rem for the card.
At the ALT, you added the card image top, or because it's in your left
Yeah.
side and I can see the code. You cannot.
Yes, but that's like not supposed to be like there. You can put a Trump Tower or something like that, like a hotel or something. Something that you want, okay? All right. Are you ready? So we want to display the name of the hotel. So let's put the name. So I'm going to have something for example, in here, maybe I want to put the name in an maybe inside an H2 or 3 or something that you guys want to have it. So I'm going to put an ID in there. It's not like never like do that. I don't do that. I usually put in things directly into an H3 or something like that. But let's do it. So this is going to be hotel number 1. Oh, hotel 1. Okay. So now I know that there is an ID of hotel 1. But all I want to get is actually this A3. And in this A3, I'm just going to put the name of this hotel. So I go to hotels here, and then I'm going to do bar, and then could be called, you can do a bar, you can do a LED, it doesn't matter, LED. Hotel 1 title, hotel 1 title or name, anything you want to call it, name, hotel name 1. Okay, this makes more sense to put it like this. And then what do I do? Document that get element by ID, and then I put in here what element I want to get, and I put in here hotel 1, and then I just do hotel 1 name. The hotel name 1 is going to do set inner HTML, and I'm going to just put from the hotel name. Okay, save. And if I go here, okay, and I reload this, I see 1 second in here, one quick second. Did I put it there? Let me test that with this thing in here, because I could be testing. Save. Did I assign this hotel.html? Yes, I did. Run, reload, and check the inspectation in case there is an error. Oh, there you go. Hotel name 1 is null. Ah, I put the wrong name. What is the name of this? What name did I give? Hotel 1. Oh, that's the problem. Did I put the correct name though? Save. hotels. Save, save. It says in here that is undefined, but I very low. Since the hotel name one is no. Ah, no, because let's go ahead and take a look in here. Console. No in here. No, I didn't mean to say value in there.
Professor, instead of hotel name one, isn't it Trump Hotel one?
Huh?
When you said hotel name one, like you said Trump Hotel one at the top.
Oh, wait a second. No, testing. So I have this, okay? And I do have let me just comment this out because it might be nothing, it has nothing to do with this one. It believes that it has to do with this. It seems that it's not recognizing the hotel one. Am I getting it from here? Hotel one. Let's verify. Okay, there is no error so far. Hotel name one dot set not text content and testing. Save. And let's see something. Reload. Yeah, it seems that the hotel name one is not being caught by it. It seems that it's not getting this variable get element by ID. It's not getting the variable for hotel name one, for hotel one. Am I typing everything correctly in here? Let's check. Let me put this in here. Just this. 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay. That might be because save. And let's check. Reload. Name one.
I think because you added two names, I think so. If you go to the hotel HTML.
1 second. One
Yes.
second. Where am I? Here. And here?
Go all the way to the right side. To the right.
To my
ALT
right side?
when the ALT is when you. Yes.
But it has nothing to do with it.
Oh, it doesn't mean that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. Okay.
The error is on the JX, right? On the JX file, line 18, right?
But it has to do with grabbing my element in here. It seems that I am not getting the element that I'm looking for. So let me just verify something very quick. If not, I will change it. Reload. Still that one. Okay. It happens with hotel 1. And I'm going to save. And these hotels in here. Let's check something. So I'm trying the testing in here, just testing for it, and give me one quick second for it. And I'm going to just have it here in there because instead the HTML and the JavaScript, there is something with loading, and yeah.
Should we
So-
delete the one in the JavaScript, or should we just let it there?
For now, you can delete this in here. For now, leave that in here and the other one in here. Okay. And if I reload this, you can see that you have Trump Tower at the beginning. Okay. We do for the other one. It's not necessary that you create a new one, a new variable for each of them. What we can do is do it, let me just give this a name for now. Copy this and copy that and copy this and then put 2 and then put 3. And then what I'm going to do is just to document that get element by ID, put hotel 2, hotel 2, and I will put in there inner HTML, and then I'm going to put dream hotel that name semicolon. I don't need the semicolon, but I'm still putting it. Do the same thing for the other one. I just copy and paste that one because it's gonna save me time. And just change the name for Marriott Hotel, Marriott Hotel, and this is gonna be for 3. And so I'm also going to do I'm going to do this for this, and here I'm going to do a div. Open and close this div and save, and then a style display block, a style display display inline, save, or just save. Reload. 1 second, block. Reload. This is not okay. So notice in here that we have here one in here, Trump Tower, one in here, Dream, one in here, Marriott. What are we doing in here? What we are doing is in here is that we are just changing the inner HTML for those H3 values, and we are setting it to the values of the names of the hotels. Okay. The reason why we weren't getting it at the beginning is because it has something with the loading. JavaScript always loads faster than the HTML. And what happens is that when you what you want to do is that you have your HTML to be loaded, rendered first, and then you want to be able to use your JavaScript after it is rendered. Understood? That's why I put it in the bottom of my body.
Miss, may I ask you something?
Go ahead.
How can we connect all the slides that we did all together. Let's say the first page, the second page, and the third page all together, one after the other one. If you want to go to the second one, we can go to the second one.
So basically, do you see an index, as you know? I'm
Yes.
going to show you for this, where it says, for example, you can have what is called links, okay? So for example, for projects, instead of projects, I'm going to have a calculator, okay? Calculator. But this is not going to be working exactly for GitHub because the GitHub, the URLs are going to be changing, okay? So if you upload it to GitHub, it's not going to be, you will have to upload a change in the GitHub with the values for the URL for GitHub, okay? But I'm going to show you, so if you can post it anywhere, you can, when you post it, it works, okay? So here you just put calc.html for calculator.
Mhm.
And the other one would be BMI, and the other one is going to be hotels. So hotels, and then you put in there the HTML for hotels. So you put HTML in there for hotel. If you have it into separate folders, you put the folder, you put the / folder name and then / in the file name. If you have it outside in a different folder outside of your HTML file, then you will have to go back using the dot in your, okay? So for example, right now, if I go to my, so if I go back to my index.html and I click on calculator, this is what I'm going to see, of course. And the hotel, this is what I'm going to see, okay? We can
Oh,
continue
wow.
working
Thank
on.
you so much.
You're welcome. But if you want, you can also add the navigator to all of them, so it makes sense for now. Okay. Now we can continue working on the hotels later on. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions so far? No questions. I'm going to then let you go early today. Is that okay?